Hi, everyone. My name is Dan Toner. I'm the health insurance agent for Attain. I'm here to talk about the open enrollment for 2026. I'm doing a screen share here of a document that will be sent to you through email. Then we're going to talk about the plans that we're offering. Open enrollment will be, from a calendar standpoint, we're going to do open enrollment starting on Monday the 1st, and I'll end on Friday the 12th. Sometime around the 15th or 16th, we'd like to send all the insurance companies notices of who's coming on, who's making changes, who's renewing as is. So we're going to give everybody a full 2 weeks, plus the weekends, obviously, in between to make your election. We are keeping all of the health plans with the current carriers. So we're remaining with Aetna for the medical. We are remaining with Blue Cross Blue Shield for dental, and we're remaining with Aetna for vision. On the medical side, we're going to keep 3 out of the 4 plans. We're going to replace what's called the point of service 2750. That's a deductible for hospitals, surgeries, MRIs, CAT scan, PET scans, larger claims, where you'd owe 2750 plus 30% of the bill up to a $6,000 out of pocket. Actually, it was $6,500 out of pocket. We're replacing it with a point of service 5,000, which simply means you owe $5,000 for all those same things. So actually, you owe less than the other plan. So there's a point of service 9,000, 5,000, and then the premier, there's 2 premier plans we're going to go over in a second that remain the same as well. Blue Cross Blue Shield is a PPO. You can go in and out of network. We're going to go over that in a second. And the Vision is a national plan. This is a little summary of the benefits. This is, again, the first plan, the third and the fourth are the same. Here's the new plan. A couple of unique things. Your costs are per paycheck listed below. They're actually on the portal, my benefit link. We're going to send you a portal link and ask you to log in, make your elections, enroll or waive. Everybody has to log in, sign off, waiving or enrolling, pick your plans, and make sure that's done by Friday the 12th. A couple of unique plans. There's a written description on the next page, but I'll use this to sort of go through the plans. The first plan, called the 9100, very unique in that you never, first off, for all 4 plans, you don't need referrals. You have nationwide doctors, and you have in and out of network coverage. Now, the out of network coverage means you're going to a non-Aetna doctor. The deductibles are pretty large because the concept here is you're going in the network most of the time. With the first plan, annual well visits are free on all plans. Outside of well visits, when you get sick, you never pay to go to your primary care on the first plan. The deductible's waived. You never pay to go to an urgent care center, not an ER room, but an urgent care center, and you never pay for generic drugs. You then owe the Aetna $9,100 deductible for all of the services. So, for example, if you go to a specialist, doctor bills this, you pay the lower rate because it's an Aetna discounted rate, and you pay that in full because you're paying in the form of deductible. When you get up to 9,100 for the year, no matter if it's hospital, surgery, etc., you have 100% coverage. So the 9,100 is your worst case scenario for all your deductible expenses. Okay. The second plan, third and fourth, are a little more traditional in that you have copays for primary and specialist. Now, remember, this point of service Premier 5,000 is a replacement of that 2,750 I mentioned before. There's a $35 primary, $75 specialist. You do not pay for X-ray or lab services. You have a $75 copay for urgent care. If you go for drugs, you have a generic of anywhere from 3 to 10 and a name brand copay of anywhere from 50 to 80 for name brand drugs. This $5,000 deductible is for all of the services. And examples of that would be hospitalization, surgery, radiology like an MRI, CAT scan, PET scan, emergency room is part of that deductible, and then therapies, physical, speech, those physical therapies are part of that deductible. If you happen to hit your deductible, you're 100% covered for those services for the rest of the year. The point of service Premier 5,000, the word Premier is key here because unlike the plan to the left of it, there are lower copays to the doctor. Imaging, MRI, CAT scan, PET scan is only a $250 copay. Urgent care is down. Emergency room is part of a copay. It's no longer part of the deductible, and you have lower name brand drugs. So the Premier is sort of a step up. Obviously, you're going to pay a little bit more out of your paycheck because you'll have less part of the deductible. As a matter of fact, the only two services part of the deductible are hospital and surgery. Even those therapies are part of a copay. So it's a richer plan. You pay a little more out of your pocket, but you're getting better coverage. And then the Premier 3000 is very similar to the Premier 5000. The only change is that hospital and surgery deductible is lower. So I hope that makes sense. My contact information's in the back if you need me. On the dental, and there's a description of all of it right here. On the dental PPO, you can go in and out of the network. You have 100% coverage for checkups, cleanings, and exams. There'll be an attachment. When you get this attachment, there'll be another full benefit summary here. Actually, benefit summaries are also located on the My Benefit Link portal. This is your costs. I think the cost went down like 20 cents a month. So basically it's the same premium from from Horizon Blue Cross. Okay. That's how you look up dentists. Vision, no change in premium. Remember one thing about vision, it's not covered as a medical expense unless you have a medical diagnosis like glaucoma or you have an accident that's medical. If you're looking for routine services like go to get your eyes checked once a year for an exam or get reimbursement for lenses, frames, or contacts, you need a vision plan. So the vision plan is super inexpensive. And basically every year you can go see an Aetna provider and pay a $10 copay. If you get a pair of glasses, you get a combination of only owing a copay for the lens, and then you're getting a cash reimbursement of $130 plus 15% off. So you're really getting a combination of a lot of things for $2 and change your paycheck. How to enroll, you're going to get a link from My Benefit Link. It's important that you click on there. It'll tell you how much time is left for open enrollment. And it'll basically, when you set up your account, if you're new, if you'll put in your information, you can add dependents or not here. When you get to the benefit screen, you can decide if you're covering dependents or not. So make sure if you have eligible dependents like spouse or kids, you put them in. And then on step 4, you can decide what to do. There'll be a blue select button for medical, one for dental, one for vision. You have to select that and then pick the plan. You can see your costs in there. You can decide to cover dependents or not, but you have to select all that. Make sure you click next and go all the way to do step 8. You're signing at 7 and you will see a success. Don't just stop at 4. You're not done. You have to continue. Okay. Contacts and resources, Aetna's customer service and website, Horizons. This is me, Dan Toner. This is my team as your broker and how to contact us. And My Benefit Link in the back in your dashboard, there's a My Document. That's where all the benefit summaries and this memo are going to be located for you. Okay, so you got my name and contact information. I wish you guys a good upcoming holiday season and happy open enrollment.